Hello. So it's Saturday morning. It's actually 3 weeks later than I was supposed to make another video, but I just hadn't felt like recording last week. But not a lot has happened here outside in that 1 week. A lot has happened in the 3 weeks, obviously. So the outside is now good to go. As you can see, the scaffold and roof is now gone. The structure over the top to protect us. I've fully fitted the roof. Waiting on the solar panel mounts to be delivered, but then they can all go on, which will be easy enough. And yeah, got all the gutters on, and all the fascia on, and all the windows in. Hardy plank siding all the way around, and the roof coming down in the side there. I still need to put. I'm not quite happy about the finish on this, so I just need to get a strip of probably lead and just do it the full length down there so it's uniform all the way from top to bottom, although it doesn't actually need it for water, but just to make it look right. All tied into the annex which I built, and up here I miscalculated how many hardy plank I needed. I think I forgot to double the count from the other side, so I've got the rest ordered to do this bit, so this is the only bit left to do. And once that's hardy plank, that is basically the whole outside structure complete. I've got my fascias here because we took off the old white ones. We rebuilt this detail just so that it looks right. I mean, that was completely torn off when we built this, and then I've redesigned it, rebuilt it. But that just needs to be finished off as well. We couldn't hammer those in properly. We were a bit silly. We put in the mortar in there before putting the fascia of the soffit on, and then started hitting the soffit in and all the mortar fell out, so oops. But yeah, redid that and decided to wait to finish to do that. So yeah, there's a few little bits, just soffits and fascias and that hardy plank, but that does not require the scaffolding, so they're going to come and take the scaffolding soon, hopefully, which will then allow us to finally do the patio. I've got all the slabs out front ready. They've already been delivered. Hopefully I've got all the supplies we need to get going with that. I've told Charlie he can have next, I don't need him next week either. Didn't have him this week, and not going to have him next week, so hopefully the week after we can finally get the whole outside done, because that scaffolding will be gone. Yeah, nice clear space out here. All the plasterboard went. Hi Luna. Starting to get a little bit clearer down here. I've got these fences. I don't know whether to keep them or to get rid or sell them. I bought them for this, but I reckon as soon as I get rid of them I'll need them for something, so maybe I'll hold on to them for a bit longer. And that window is covered up, can't really see it, but that window was way bigger, so we've bricked all that up, reduced the size of it to match everything else. All glazed now because the water can get in, and when it rains it does rain. And there's the gutter ring from up the top that brings it all down there, and then there's eco drains all the way along the side there, but they're covered up at the moment for the snots. Inside, this hasn't been done yet. I think I talked about it before, because these pipes aren't quite long enough to tuck this into the corner. So the next thing to do is get all the plumbing and electrics routed, ready for the swap over, and then we're gonna have a wet day when I actually disconnect the existing water pipes and connect the new stuff I'm about to put in. But I've decided that the best thing to do is get as much of it in place as possible first, and then that'll make it a speedy process just to switch it over. Here we've got the new soil stack. The old soil stack is gone, now buried underground. Oh, you can see up there as well. There's a little vent header up there just for the downstairs toilet. Yeah, the main stack will be here, so that's now going to go up through that gap. And I'll go up there and show you what's going on up there. So here we go. You won't have seen any of this from the inside, but yeah, all fully walled in, obviously. haven't done the joist noggins yet because I'm going to line up with where all the plasterboards will be. This still hasn't been sorted, as I said. All the electrics and plumbing are going to be next week. That is going to be my focus. This weekend I'm just trying to get some of the stud work up so that we know where our bathrooms are going to be and where the all the pipes and wastes need to be. This will be the, let's pretend I'm walking through. So this is the installation where it was only a 50mm cavity. Can I turn that off? I can. It's a little bit dark because it's first thing on Saturday morning, but yeah. This is the installation for where it was only a 50mm cavity, so that has to be all along that wall up until you get to this stagger, and this stagger represents where the old house cavity was and the new house cavity, which is 100mm, 50mm. So that 50mm difference will be made up by this installation. In order to fit those, I need to get my electric points in place. I've already done a few marks. You know, sort of, this will be the main bedroom, so we want loads of power points in here. But yeah, as I said, so if you're walking in, this out here will be a storage cupboard, a big storage cupboard at the top of the stairs, then into the bedroom, and then this will become the partition wall for the ensuite. Obviously that piece won't stay on the floor, that's just a placeholder. The door will swing in front of the shower, and then you can get in here for a toilet and basin. This just arrived. I don't know if it shows on this video, but I'm not happy with it. Yeah, the sink's pink. It's got a pink tinge to it, and it, in better light, it really stands out. It's not terrible now, but you can tell you can see the pink hue. But not so bad from the top right now. But as soon as you get sort of any curve on it, it turns pink, which I'm not really happy about. So I've emailed them just to, maybe they can send me another one. Maybe it is, you know, looks like some sort of cast moulded stone, you know, like a, I don't know, a mortar or something. I can't tell, but if it got contaminated, maybe that made the colour go off. Yeah, I've got all the fun of getting this shower pan in. It's not far off level, as you, if you remember, the floor had to be put out of level. Had to be out of level to match the existing. So when we put in the new joists, we had to crank up one end so that it matched the existing house floor joist because they weren't perfectly level. And I thought that might affect the shower pan. So it's hardly anything, but we'll have to just give it a little bit of a slope just to keep that level when it's in there. And that'll be an overhead shower. So this here will be a nook to put bottles and stuff, and then there'll be a dial underneath, and then there'll be one shower head there and one shower head over the top. And then that's that for the master bedroom. And then this will be like the hallway, a small hallway. This will be the door here to what we're going to call the studio, which is this piece of wood here. The studio is like a bedroom. However, my son, he really likes drums and he's into music. So what we're going to do is put his PC on the wall here, his drum kit down there, turn this into a studio, and maybe get him a looper or something, you know, and see what he can do with that. But because that's mostly going to be his use, this will be his bedroom. I'm putting in a door between his bedroom and the studio, and then another door there. And that way, if we have guests, this can become a guest bedroom. It can be completely shut off, but he can also just access it straight from his bedroom as well. And the next door will be the main bathroom. I can't put the floor detail in yet to show where it's going to be because I haven't done this plumbing. But that piece of wood there represents the front of the cupboards, and that'll come all the way across to the doorway. So it'll be a nice big cupboard there, and then this doorway will come in, and then behind there there'll be a little bit of space for towels and that sort of thing. And then the toilet and sink will be on the left, and then the bath with the shower will be up this end away from the window and then against the wall. So it's actually the same size as the bathroom we had before. The bathroom that used to be over here is pretty much exactly the same size, which is crazy. But and the layout's just mirrored. The bath is 1700 long rather than 1800 long. That wasn't me trying to reduce the width. It's just the the depth and width of it, it's actually a really nice deep wide bath, which I'm sick. I got fed up of the old bath being too shallow. So what I wanted was a nice deep bath. So that's been perfect for that. It just turned out that it was a bit shorter. So this room's slightly narrower. And then I'll build this wall in right in against that. I'm going to put in OSB around the bath, then tank it with rubber and then tile it. Same with the ensuite. The ensuite will have it'll be fully encased in with a sliding glass door. So these will all be boarded with OSB and then tanked with rubber and then tiled over. And there's a skirt you can put around the bottom as well, which I put on the other shower pan that was perfect for that. These reveals, I didn't bother putting in cavity closers because it's clad on the outside. And all I'm going to do is just put some plastic over this and then just board it in with plaster as usual, because there's not going to be any transfer of moisture to the inner course of bricks because it's clad on the outside. So that'd be a waste doing that. What else? Oh, none of the electrics up here. So I've still got all the lights to put in up here. There's only one working light upstairs at the moment. So this is all still to be done and planned. However, this next week, the focus is going to be plumbing and lighting, because I need to be ready for Charlie to come back and have enough work to do to keep him busy all week. So I need to get those pipes into place downstairs. So there we go. 2 weeks work. We managed to get from, I think we were then building up the walls around the windows. We've gone from that to completely built, completely roofed, completely clad, apart from that end wall, which would have been done by now if I hadn't under-ordered the Hardy plank, which I think is pretty good going for 2 weeks. And then this week, all I did, I've had plenty of real life stuff happening this week, slowing me down. So I've only done sort of like little bits and bobs, couple of hours each day, but I managed to get all the gutters on and built the stud work yesterday. And a lot of heaving as well, and like site clearance. I had my waste management guy come around. We filled up his cage again, completely filled it with crap to get rid of. Yeah, so even when you're not building, there's plenty of other stuff to be doing, because you've got to order everything in and then clear up all your waste and get it all stored in the, you've got to play Tetris with all the bits and bobs. You can't store too much if you haven't got the space. So I now need to get these plasterboards fitted. So just so they're out of the way. Today I've got OSB coming to do those, and I've got the door frames coming. So I stopped doing the stud work because I want to make sure I had the door frames so that I can actually build them straight into the stud work rather than guessing where they're going to be and then building the frames into them. It's easy just to have them on hand and do it. So, and that'll allow me to actually frame in these holes as well and shore up this structure. So there we go. Hopefully I'll come back in 2 weeks and not drag it out for an extra week. And I imagine most of these will be actual rooms in 2 weeks' time. And I would hope we're getting close to be able to bring our beds back in here and vacate the annex. So that's the plan. In 2 weeks, I want to have functioning bathrooms, somewhere that I can put beds for everyone to sleep, even if it's just one room while we work on the rest of it. And I want to be free to let Dad move into the annex and get that finished. So as soon as this is livable up here, the focus will be back on the annex, get that absolutely completely finished. And the kitchen is being delivered on the 18th. So yeah, next week. There we go. See you next time.